This is the new Apple Watch Series 4, and it is by far the best smartwatch on the market. I've actually done a full review after almost 3 months of use just a few days ago, so definitely check that video out in case you missed it. And overall, it's great. Amazing battery life, great design, the highest number of apps on any smartwatch, the highest number of watch bands as well. The performance is really good, so there's nothing really to complain about it in terms of the Apple Watch Series 4, except for one thing. And that is the fact that it doesn't work on Android. So if you have an Android phone, you cannot use the Apple Watch. Okay, so in this case, what is the best option for Android users? Well, it's really hard to say because you see most manufacturers, they have a horrible design or outdated software or really poor battery life, or they lack NFC or they lack GPS. But I actually think I found it. And this is it, guys. This is the brand new TicWatch Pro. And you might have heard of it, maybe not, maybe you have, but this is actually the best Android Wear smartwatch that I've ever used. Yes, TicWatch did sponsor this video, but all sponsored videos are 100% my own thoughts. And when I say that it's really good, I actually mean that. I wouldn't be making a full video on this if I didn't think it was good and if I didn't use it myself. I've been using this for almost a full month now, actually a bit even more than that. Maybe in some of the previous videos you've noticed that I was actually wearing 2 smartwatches. Yeah, the other one was this one. So yeah, I got a really good idea of what the TicWatch Pro can do and why it's so different from any other smartwatches out there. So yeah, here's my full review and why I think that this watch is the best Android Wear watch that you can buy. TicWatch Pro, full review, and why it's so unique. Okay, so instead of starting off with the design or anything like that, I want to start off with what makes this smartwatch so unique, and that is the fact that it has not one, but actually 2 displays. So wait, where's the second display? Is it on the back? No, because that won't really make any sense. Instead, the second display is actually above the main display. You see, the TicWatch Pro has an AMOLED display panel, 400 by 400 pixels in resolution, so very similar to what all the other premium Android Wear smartwatches have. But then the TicWatch Pro also has a secondary FSTN panel above the AMOLED display. Now, in case you don't know what an FSTN panel is, this is actually something that you find in regular digital watches. You know, that display that is very visible outdoors, but it's black and white, actually more of like black and green, but it consumes very little power. You see, the whole idea is that when your TicWatch Pro goes into sleep, instead of showing you that always-on display that regular Android Wear smartwatches do, that always-on display is turned off by default. If you really want to, you can enable it back in the settings, but by default, once your watch goes into sleep, it actually turns off the main panel and switches on the secondary FSTN panel and shows you the time, the date, even the steps and your heart rate when you're doing a workout, along with the activity circle, which actually fills based on how much activity you've done throughout the day. Okay, so that's quite cool, but come on, what's the actual point of having the secondary display? Well, the point is that it consumes significantly less power. So this smartwatch, the TicWatch Pro, has literally the best battery life on any smartwatch on the market right now. Like, for example, I was using this for notifications, checking the time, pretty much the exact same way that I use my Apple Watch Series 4, and my Apple Watch Series 4 lasted me for 2 full days, which is really good. But then my TicWatch Pro lasted me for 7 days, not even joking, 7 days. Now, if you want, you can even disable the smartwatch part of it if you really need some extra juice, and only use it in the FSTN panel mode, so with the FSTN panel turned on. And in this case, the smartwatch itself is actually turned off, and the battery life can last you up to, not even joking, 30 days. This is insane, guys. 30 days of battery life on a smartwatch. And the thing is, even when the FSTN panel is turned on and the actual smartwatch is off, so this is called essential mode, so it's called, it's still not a dumb watch. So you still get fitness tracking capabilities along with the time, the date. The only thing that you do not get are obviously the notifications from your phone and an internet connection. But yeah, other than that, it's still smarter than your regular watch. And at first I was like, okay, so if this watch has 2 displays, then it probably has 2 different batteries, you know, but actually doesn't. If it had a secondary battery dedicated for just the FSTN panel, it would have to be replaced at some point. And, you know, no one really wants that. So I believe it actually uses the main battery, but it keeps it off at around 10% or so. And the main smartwatch shows off as discharged, even though there's still a tiny bit of juice left reserved for that second FSTN panel. Reason why, you know, you never need to replace the battery because it's always being recharged as it's the main one. But yeah, other than that, it's still got the highest end specs on an Android Wear OS smartwatch right now. With an AMOLED 400 by 400 resolution panel, we get 512 megabytes of RAM. We also get NFC for things such as Google Pay, and then we also get Bluetooth 4.2, as well as Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz 802.11 BGN-N, as well as a heart rate monitor, as well as IP68 water resistance. So if you want to swim with this, as long as you don't dive under 1.5 meters of water, you're actually fine. And then we even have a built-in GPS, which a lot of Android Wear smartwatches are missing. And of course, that since this is an Android watch, we also get a ton of customizability options. So not only do we get way more watch faces than what Apple offers, but you can also download third-party watch faces of your choice, and you can even make your own watch faces if you decide to do so. And they all look really, really good on the AMOLED display. And then just to put that cherry on top of the ice cream cake, it even comes with a built-in speaker, so the Google Assistant would now speak back to you, and then when someone calls you, you can now hear the actual call rather than just a vibration, again like on most Android smartwatches have.
Hey, so this is a speaker test on the new TicWatch Pro. Let me know in the comments how it actually sounds like.
And yes, you can even answer phone calls directly from your smartwatch if you want to do that. It has a built-in microphone, a built-in speaker, which is actually really difficult to find on an Android Wear smartwatch. So yeah, you can actually take proper calls with this. Okay, so the TicWatch Pro literally seems like the perfect package for Android users. It's got all the features that you can ask for in a smartwatch. And on top of that, it's got that insane 30-day battery life. So what's the catch? Is there anything that's not so great about it? Well, it's quite a big smartwatch. Some people might like this, some won't. I personally do, especially since it's a circular smartwatch. You do need to have a larger display than something like, an Apple Watch that has a rectangular display. And aside from this, because of the two display panels, it's also quite a thick boy watch. So yeah, I would prefer it to be thinner, but I think that the battery life and the secondary display are both worth a trade-off, and besides, it's still very comparable in thickness to all the other Android Wear smartwatches anyways. Okay, so in the end, we do get the largest number of features on any Android smartwatch, the display, or should I say the displays in this case, the resolution, the RAM, GPS, NFC, heart rate monitor, even the speaker, and you have that 30-day battery life, which is absolutely insane. Even the charger that you get is actually magnetic, unlike most smartwatches, which have a physical charger, which you have to manually align with the watch. And yeah, I don't like that, but this one has a magnetic charger, so that's quite unique as well for an Android smartwatch. And honestly, all of this isn't even the best part about it. The best part about this is that it not only works with Android, but it also works with iOS. So if you have an iPhone, you can try it out for yourself and see how that works for you. In case you want to try it, there's a link in the description. And by using the link, you're also supporting the channel. So yeah, thanks for that. Mobvoi, the manufacturer of the TicWatch Pro, is doing a promotion. So that lasts between 8th of December and the 22nd of December. And the discount is 20% off. So this is £200 in the UK. Yeah, link in the description if you're interested in it, and let me know in the comments what do you guys think of the TicWatch Pro, and if you have used any Android Wear smartwatches before, any Wear OS smartwatches, which ones have you guys used? And yeah, this has been pretty much it. This has been a pretty interesting video. Thanks to Mobvoi for sending this over, sponsoring this video. Also check out my Apple Watch Series 4 review if you want to see how, what's the smartwatch of the iOS option, so to say. And yeah, this has been pretty much it. Feel free to like if you enjoyed it, so let me know. I'm Daniel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Zenotech, signing out. Cheers.